I get asked a lot if I get in trouble for filming stuff at work. I think that people think that because I'm in the military, what I do at work is all this like secret squirrel stuff that we don't want like China and Russia to find out about, or whoever happens to be flavor of the day. I'm going to make this video to dispel some of the confusion about it. So let me say there are two things I get accused of breaking in the military. One is ComSec and the other is OPSEC. ComSec, or communication security, is anything telecommunication related that we don't want to get out. This is anything from radio frequencies, computer network information, or even the password that I need to log on to my laptop. For me to violate this on this YouTube channel, I would have to do something so incredibly stupid and drastic, like literally posting my government passwords on this channel, or like a subscriber giveaway where I literally handed you a piece of radio equipment. On that note, I'm doing a 10,000 subscriber special where I hand out an SKL filled with all of the secret keys you need to talk on our radios. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Now, OPSEC, or operational security, would actually be pretty easy for me to break on this channel if I wasn't careful. OPSEC, or operation security, is really anything related to our day-to-day operations, either in garrison or deployed environment, that would compromise security or put lives in danger. People do this accidentally all the time, like having Snap Map turned on in deployed environment, or more famously when everyone had fitness trackers on that was outlining personnel movements on bases overseas. Now, I was personally accused of committing OPSEC when I talked about my Romania deployment a couple years ago, saying things like, you shouldn't be broadcasting to our enemies that we have troops in Romania. And if this is how you truly feel, you should probably inform the entire U.S. Army Department of Defense Public Affairs Office. Also, the whole point of us being there was a deterrence, which...
The whole point of the Doomsday Machine is lost. If you keep it a secret, why didn't you tell the world, eh?
What I get asked about the most about filming is when we're actually out training. I think people think that our tactics and our strategies are all these like super secret things that we don't want to get out, and that me filming it is giving some kind of like viable insight to the enemy of how we operate on the ground. Well, I have more news for people who think I'm aiding and abetting the enemy. Unfortunately, you can find the entire US doctrine with like one Google search, like literally by the book answers on how everything is done. They even have these like kind of awkward 3D animated ones. I don't think I'm the one doing it. Now, it's valid to say that if I'm training, I should be focused on the training, which I completely agree with. But if you actually pay attention to what I'm filming, it's not very often that I'm filming guys like shooting or like running around screaming or anything. It's typically like vehicle movements or dudes just hanging out. I'd say that's like 90% of what I film. And if it is something exciting like helicopters flying over and dudes shooting weapons and stuff, I promise you I am not needed in that moment. I would never actually be filming while I should be doing something else that's important. As much as I would love to film some of the stuff that we did like this past weekend, it's not that I don't film it because it's secret or classified or I would get in trouble. It's because I'm actually doing the training and need to be involved and focused on that. And yeah, I could throw a GoPro on, but half the time it would just look weird and you wouldn't be able to actually capture like what was actually going on. Or it's at like night where that wouldn't work. I remember the first time I ever actually got called out for OPSEC was way back when I was a cadet. And I was doing the Camp Buckner training you do between your freshman and your sophomore year. And I brought a GoPro with me and I was filming like literally everything. Like if you watch the video I made about it, it's kind of a mess because it's like 10 minutes of just literally everything. It's still cool, but it's very obvious that it was like one of the first videos ever made. We were doing some training with like some simulation rounds, which are like the paintball rounds that I've talked about in the past. And our goal was to capture this village. And I remember I walk up to start loading my ammo and I get yelled at by a very irritated captain who informed me that by filming this, I was breaking OPSEC. But to this day, I'm not 100% on board with it because I don't know how filming 19-year-olds who are really bad at fighting in villages is putting anyone's life at risk, but that was not my call to make. Now, have I gotten in trouble for filming? That's a story for a different video. But I would say to anyone who's interested in filming like military training, it's important that you're not just like super obvious about it. Like you obviously would never want to get in someone's way while they're doing it just to get a better shot. Like you'll never see me in the middle of something putting a camera like on me and on my face while stuff's going on behind me. The few times that I am narrating something or the camera's on me while I'm training, I am far away from everyone and I'm doing it discreetly while nothing else is going on. Typically when dudes are sleeping is the best time for for me to film that kind of stuff because I don't get in the way and I know I'm not needed in that moment. Like when I was making iBullet videos, most people didn't know I was making them until after we already graduated. And I'm sure there's quite a few people in my platoon who still don't know that I did that. That's the level of discreet I honestly go for. And I think it kind of adds to my style a little bit. The fact that I kind of have to sneak shots in where I can without being too obvious about it. So in short, no, I don't get in trouble for filming what I do. And if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about, make sure you leave a comment down below and I'll see you in the next one.